All right, butterfly. So I keep hearing got money for war, but can't feed the poor. So what that tells me is that this is about to be a global download, okay? Now I'm specifically hearing something about institutions, so multiple institutions who could possibly be getting sued in the future for not protecting creators' rights. Basically, what I'm trying to say is just make sure that you are taking care of yourself at this time. Now, some of this has something especially to do with creators of color, content creators of color. And I keep specifically hearing the word intellectual property, but it's not limited to that, is also what I'm hearing. There's a lot of goings ons within these institutions that are just straight up corrupt, and we are seeing that. That's why I said I feel the world is playing out the way that it is in regards to exposing cover ups, exposing, sacrificial things that are happening within the industry, why these things happen. That's another story, but it all ties in. Now, on a spiritual level, I will say that because of the karma that is playing out within the collective, within, institutions, within society at this time, do make sure that you are using your discernment and, just staying safe, keeping your energy close to you, because it is bringing out a lot of bigotry, it's bringing out a lot of hate, and I also feel like that's a part of the agenda as well, of trying to lower the vibration, because that energy is felt, and it's hard to feel good, it's hard to feel happy, when you see all this stuff going on in the world. You know what I mean? It's like you turn on your TV and all of a sudden you're inundated with nothing but negativity, and that is part of it as well. So I will say that. And I'm hearing I did not put my children on this earth to be taken advantage of, especially when they are choosing to share their spiritual gifts, when they're choosing to share their creativity, choosing to share their viewpoints, things of that nature. That should not be taken for granted. It's also giving me the vibe of these institutions. I'm just going to say it, like institutions. It could be institutions, it could be people on these institutions, but it's basically like the energy of people making fake accounts of content creators and benefiting off of them, stealing their work while throwing the real content creators down, shadow banning their platforms, trying to keep them from being seen. And it's just ridiculous, because it's like if this content creator wasn't even here, you wouldn't even have that content to bite off of. So the least you can do is let this creator thrive. But they don't want to do that because they're greedy, and which is exactly why this is being brought to light. And I'm just saying, I'm hearing if they think they won't be held liable, that's a lie. Now, a part of the bigger picture is the fact that it's a way to kind of keep society under the government's thumb. Now, if I go missing after this, y'all know why. I'm just kidding. Y'all already know how it is, okay? Let me not even say that. But basically, what I am trying to say, it's like the energy I feel. The world has been waking up. You know what I mean? There's a lot more people who are leading towards self-employment and just seeing the way that the government has taken advantage of society for a very long time. And this is done as a means of what they have been doing for millennials, which is trying to profit off the backs of people who they deem are, lower class, that don't matter, that shouldn't be seen or heard. And we're seeing the corruption, unfortunately, happening in real time. But the positive of the fact that we are seeing this is that it is being brought to light so that it can be, so it can cease to exist. I mean, personally, I feel like it's basically just another way to, as I said, keep the vibration of society low, but also as a means of keeping us tethered, bound to the cycle of having to basically be the underdog when it comes to the higher-ups, the government, and, what they say goes, especially financially. Like, I'm just saying, we literally have millions of people who need financial help at this time, and our president is building a ballroom. Now, I'm also hearing that if somebody has some type of government protection, because I'm hearing specifically like how certain government officials, they're not allowed. I don't know where I heard this, but it's something about them like having protection when it comes to legal matters. And I'm also hearing something about tenure here. So somebody could be a teacher of some sort. But either way, I'm hearing some type of protection is being revoked because of the nature of what was done. And for some, this is like habitually. I'm hearing it's not just a one and done thing. It's something that has been done a habitual amount of times. And what was done is not something that is or that can be overlooked. Now, at the end of the day, me personally, I'm not normally a political person, still not, but it doesn't take a political scientist to see. Really, all it takes is someone with eyes to see that what is going on is not right. And I will always speak on that. So, that being said, I love y'all.